Hi, I'm Peter Erskine, and I'm a Vic Firth artist, and I'm also a professor at the Thornton School of Music at the University of Southern California. This is the Vic Firth Inside the Studio series of video lessons. These lessons are being presented by students of myself, also of Professor Steve Houghton at Indiana University, and we hope that many more schools will join us and come on board. It's very exciting. I often tell people that one of the great joys and benefits of teaching is not just in knowing that you're imparting some knowledge, but you learn an awful lot from your students. The University of Southern California has proven to be a really terrific magnet. The music department attracts some of the best and brightest drummers that I've come across, and I'm delighted that they work with me in my studio. Now, when I say in my studio and inside the studio, we are literally inside my personal recording studio. I brought the banner just to make everybody feel at home in the USC Trojan spirit. In fact, I use this studio as part of my teaching routine or regimen because I want the students to have as much experience as possible playing to the microphone, because playing the drums in the studio is a bit different from playing them live, and the experience they gain has been quite useful. But I would recommend to all instructors that you allow your students to get some time playing on the drums in the studio as well as in your teaching environment or teaching studio. But we thought it would be fun to take advantage of all the microphones and this swell lighting that we have here. We cover all styles, and the emphasis in my studio is to prepare the students for a good musical life and functioning working life. Being located in Los Angeles gives us the opportunity to expose the students to a lot in the way of live concert attendance. I bring the students to recording sessions, whether it be film dates, TV dates, or actual album sessions. Just the other day at Capitol Studios, two of the students accompanied me where they discovered the fine art of making a Christmas album while it's 105 degrees outside. Anyway, the lessons here, and I want to thank everyone at Vic Firth Incorporated for making this possible. We'll cover a wide range of topics, and we hope that you will enjoy all these different slices of drumming life. And just a couple of words about the pedagogical method, the things that I have found to be useful. The tenor saxophonist Branford Marsalis tells a great story about when he was a sideman playing with Art Blakey. And Art Blakey casually asked him, what are you listening to? And Branford replied, listening to John Coltrane. Blakey called him a dumb bleepity bleep. And Branford was shocked, but Blakey said, what was John Coltrane listening to? He wasn't listening to John Coltrane. What was he listening to? Who was he listening to? Jazz is not a language that any of us needs to try to create on our own. It's a legacy, it's a tradition filled with incredible musical passion and information, and the only way to learn this language and to develop your vocabulary is by listening. And I can't say at USC we do that. I think all of you are aware of this, that listening is really important. I provide listening lists. I send music to my students. We spend a lot of time checking out recordings. I also record the students, and then we'll do A-B comparisons. Is that good? A lot of times when a student will play something, I'll play it back for him or her, and I'll say, great, hey, you know what? We're going to make this the first track of your solo album. You like it? And they'll say, no. You want to do it again? Yeah. Okay. What would you do different? And then the wheels start turning and the light bulbs start lighting up, and they say, aha. Generally, we discover there's always a simpler way to do things. And listening is a crucial part of that path towards discovery. And the basics. You know, you can't beat the basics. And the older I get and the older my teaching colleagues get, I think we all turn more and more to the older drummers. You know, it's natural when you're young, you're attracted to some of the shinier, more glittery or faster things that come along. My professor at Indiana University, George Gaber, used to say, you know, there's always going to be that kid with the purple drumsticks. And what he meant was that there would be something new and flashy that would come along. But in his words, he said, you have to develop your own long-lasting musical values. So that's one of many things we try to encourage at USC. Of course, I want to prepare my students, as I mentioned. I also protect my students. I assure them from the get-go that it's a safe place here. We encourage mistakes. Mistakes are gifts from the gods. It's how we learn. So we explore. We try to be as honest as we can, and like doctors, we try to do no harm. So the emphasis being on providing rhythmic information to the other musicians and being an asset to any band, and making good music, because I do seriously believe that each of us in our own way can make the world a slightly better place by doing that, making good, honest music the best way we can. So we hope that these videos will provide some windows of insight and, of course, listening enjoyment. And I'll sign off now and hand it over to my wonderful class of students in the 2017-2018 academic year here in Los Angeles, the Thornton School of Music at the University of Southern California. Okay, let's dive in.